Our solar system seems dangerous. We have asteroids, solar storms, and worlds with extreme environments, but compared to the rest of the universe, Earth is living in one of the safest places we know. Across the cosmos are objects so powerful that they can destroy planets, tear apart stars, and release unimaginable amounts of energy. So today, we're asking a terrifying question. What if the deadliest things in the universe entered our solar system? From rogue planets and neutron stars to black holes and cosmic explosions, we'll find out exactly what would happen if these unimaginable forces appeared right here in our own cosmic neighborhood, and the further we go, the more impossible survival becomes. We'll start relatively small. A rogue planet is a planet that drifts through interstellar space without orbiting a star. These worlds may have been ejected from their original planetary systems billions of years ago. Now imagine one entering our solar system. Nothing dramatic happens at first. There's no explosion, no deadly radiation, no giant beam of energy. The danger comes from gravity. As the rogue planet moves through the solar system, it could subtly alter the orbits of planets, asteroids, and comets. A close pass near Earth would be extremely unlikely, but even a distant encounter could send more asteroids toward the inner solar system. Over long timescales, these changes could increase the risk of impacts. Humanity would probably survive, but our solar system would become a far less predictable place. And this is the least dangerous thing on our list. Now, let's replace Jupiter with a brown dwarf. Brown dwarfs are often called failed stars. They're more massive than planets, but not massive enough to sustain normal hydrogen fusion like our Sun. Some brown dwarfs can have dozens of times Jupiter's mass. Jupiter already plays a major role in shaping the architecture of the solar system. Replace it with something far more massive and the gravitational balance begins to change. Planetary orbits could slowly become less stable. Asteroids and comets would experience stronger gravitational disturbances. Over millions of years, the solar system could become significantly more chaotic. Earth wouldn't be destroyed overnight, but the long-term risks would increase dramatically. And now we're moving beyond gravity and into something much more dangerous. A pulsar is the rapidly spinning core left behind after a massive star explodes. These objects are incredibly dense. A pulsar can contain more mass than our Sun while being only around 20 kilometers across. As they spin, they emit powerful beams of radiation. Now imagine one appearing beyond Pluto. Even from billions of kilometers away, the solar system would suddenly become a much harsher environment. High-energy particles would flood space. Spacecraft would face extreme radiation exposure. Astronauts traveling beyond Earth's protective magnetic field would be at enormous risk. Fortunately, Earth's atmosphere would shield us from much of the radiation, but a pulsar would transform our solar system from a relatively calm place into a far more hostile one. Next, imagine a nearby massive star reaching the end of its life. The result is a supernova, one of the most powerful explosions in the universe. For a short time, a supernova can outshine an entire galaxy. If the explosion occurred hundreds or thousands of light years away, it would create a spectacular display in Earth's sky. But if it happened close enough, things become dangerous. The blast of radiation could damage Earth's ozone layer. With less ozone, more ultraviolet radiation from the sun would reach the surface. Plants, animals, and entire ecosystems could suffer severe damage. Some scientists believe past supernovae may have affected Earth's environment millions of years ago. Earth itself would survive, but human civilization might not. Things are getting serious now. A magnetar is a type of neutron star with the strongest magnetic fields known in the universe. Their magnetic fields are trillions of times stronger than Earth's. If a magnetar suddenly appeared where Mars orbits today, the consequences would be catastrophic. The solar system's radiation environment would change dramatically. Spacecraft would be exposed to extraordinary levels of radiation. Many satellites could be damaged or destroyed. The interaction between magnetar and charged particles through the solar system would create conditions unlike anything humanity has ever experienced. You definitely would not want to see one as a neighbour. But somehow, we're only halfway through the list. Now, let's replace the Sun itself. Not with a larger star, not with a supernova, but with a neutron star. Here's something surprising. Earth would not immediately fly off into space. The reason is simple. Gravity depends on mass. If the neutron star had the same mass as the Sun, Earth's orbit would remain almost unchanged. But we'd lose something far more important: sunlight. The Sun's energy drives Earth's climate, weather, and ecosystems. Without it, temperatures would begin falling almost immediately. Within weeks, global temperatures would plunge. Within months, most of Earth's surface would become frozen. Photosynthesis would stop, food chains would collapse, humanity could potentially survive underground or through advanced technology for a time, but Earth would no longer be a thriving, living world. Now, let's swap the Sun again, but this time for a black hole with exactly the same mass. This is one of the most misunderstood scenarios in astronomy. Earth would not be sucked in. Earth would not spiral into the black hole. In fact, our orbit would remain almost exactly the same. The black hole's gravity at Earth's distance would be identical to the Sun's gravity. The real problem is that we'd lose the Sun's light and heat. Just like the neutron star scenario, Earth would rapidly freeze. Life on the surface would disappear. The difference is psychological. Instead of orbiting a bright star, humanity would be circling a completely dark black hole. A frozen world orbiting an invisible object. Now we are entering truly extreme territory. Quasars are powered by supermassive black holes feeding on enormous amounts of matter. As material falls inward, some of it is launched into colossal jets moving close to the speed of light. These jets can stretch for thousands or even millions of light years. If Earth passed directly through one of these jets, the results would be devastating. The planet would be bombarded by enormous amounts of high-energy radiation. Earth's atmosphere would suffer severe damage. Surface life would face lethal radiation exposure. This is the kind of environment where life simply cannot survive. Fortunately, quasars are incredibly far away from us, but if one reached our solar system, we'd have no chance. For a few seconds, gamma-ray bursts can become the most energetic events in the observable universe. They occur when massive stars collapse or when neutron stars merge. The burst itself travels at the speed of light and carries an astonishing amount of energy. If Earth were struck directly by a sufficiently nearby gamma-ray burst, it could severely damage the atmosphere. The ozone layer could be heavily depleted. Without that protection, dangerous ultraviolet radiation from the sun would pour onto the surface. Ecosystems would collapse. Mass extinctions could follow. The atmosphere might remain altered for years. Unlike many cosmic disasters, a gamma-ray burst doesn't need to physically hit Earth. It only needs to point in our direction, and that makes it one of the most terrifying threats in the universe. At number 1, we're bringing something truly absurd into our solar system. Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way. This object contains roughly 4 million times the mass of our Sun. If it suddenly replaced the Sun, every planet in the solar system would face unimaginable consequences. The gravitational environment would change completely. Planetary orbits would be destroyed. Many worlds could be flung into space. Others could spiral inward. Tidal forces would reshape the entire solar system. And if enough material began falling toward the black hole, enormous amounts of radiation could be released. Compared to everything else on this list, this isn't just a disaster for Earth, it's the destruction of the solar system as we know it. The universe is filled with extraordinary objects, rogue planets, pulsars, magnetars, black holes, and explosions powerful enough to affect entire worlds. Yet despite all of that, Earth has remained remarkably safe for billions of years. Most of the deadliest things in the universe are separated from us by vast cosmic distances, and that's probably the best news humanity has ever received. Because after seeing what could happen if they arrived here, one thing becomes clear. The most dangerous place in the universe is never where these objects are. It's wherever they decide to go next. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed exploring what would hypothetically happen if the deadliest things in the universe entered our solar system. Let me know if you have any other theories of what would happen if these deadly things entered our solar system down in the comments. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you have anything you would like to explore with me in a future video, I will do my best to make that happen. Stay tuned for the next video where we explore the biggest things in the universe, and as always, stay curious.